Hey, Lisa, you got a little time?
Oh, hello, Mary. Sorry. I'm actually at work now. Not really supposed to be using my phone. I'll send you a line later on during my break.
Oh, yeah? Even if it's about your husband, George?
Huh? George? What's George got to do with you?
If you don't hear me out now, you may regret it later on.
What are you talking about?
I'll be straight with you, Lisa. George and I are getting married. There, I said it.
Wait, what? What are you even saying? Is this a joke? George is my husband. He can't marry you. That makes no sense.
Yeah, but once you divorce him, it starts to make perfect sense.
It's not as simple as that. Just hold on a second. I'm going to take the afternoon off and confirm this with George.
Oh, yeah? Can you even confirm it?
Yeah, he's at home today, working remotely. Once I get home, we'll clear the whole thing up. It's all a big mistake. Or some sort of prank you're pulling.
Yeah, but maybe it would be better for you if you didn't do that.
Why do you say that?
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm at your place. Or should I say bed now with George. Not sure you want to witness that.
Excuse me?
Kinda naughty, don't you think? Making love with my younger sister's husband in their own bed. I can't get enough of it. This guilty pleasure. It's intoxicating.
I just got a line message from George. So, it's all true, huh? This is not a joke.
Just as I said, right? He even said I'm way more attractive than you. True that. He says he prefers older women. Who would have thought, huh? So it's decided. George is mine. End of story. That means you have no reason to come home. You're not wanted here.
What about you? As I recall, you're married too.
That's all taken care of. I was worried I wouldn't be able to pay him off, but good old George saved the day and settled that no problem. The divorce went through without issues just this morning. Good riddance to that guy.
George paid it off. Huh. I'm surprised.
When you got money, you got money. George is loaded.
Do as you like, Mary. Hope you don't have any regrets.
Oh yeah? I'm surprised you gave up so easily. I was expecting a bigger fight. I'll send the divorce papers over to Mom and Dad's place. Sign it and submit it at City Hall as soon as you can. You got that? Hey Lisa, what's up? Has it already been 6 months? Time flies.
Is that you, sis? What the hell do you want? You got a real nerve contacting me after what you pulled.
Yeah, I knew you would be this way. I kinda understand how you feel, actually. I was just texting you to tell you something very important.
Is this about you guys finally getting married?
You already heard? You must be clairvoyant.
Kinda obvious. Why else would you contact me? Just want to rub it in my face. I saw it coming a mile away.
Aw, shucks. I was going to gloat all about how happy I am. Hear you squirm. This is no fun.
Everything you say is no fun. I have no interest in what you have to say.
I always hated your smugness. Really pisses me off to this day. No wonder George picked me over you.
Like you said, he prefers older, more wise and experienced women.
What's that supposed to mean? You saying I'm an old lady? All said and done, that just sounds like loser talk. Just oozing with envy.
Think what you like, Mary. I'm over it.
Oh yeah? Well, if you hear what I have to say now, those feelings will come bubbling up again. I'm sure of it.
What now?
We're headed to Europe for our honeymoon.
To Europe? Seriously?
Yup, we're hitting the top spots. London, Paris, and Milan. I always wanted to see Italy. Can't wait. And here's the icing on the cake. We're having a little intimate wedding in Paris. Can't you believe it? George plans on spending upwards of 30,000 bucks on the whole thing. I feel like a celeb.
You're not serious. Where'd he get that kind of money?
He's got money. That's another reason I married him.
This is way beyond belief.
I knew I would see those envy bubbles come burbling up.
It's not really envy, more like astonishment.
Astonished, envy, jealousy. It's all the same to you. You were always so mundane. Boring little relative-only wedding at a local church. You had like 2 of your best friends from high school attend, and that was it. What a total joke. You guys didn't even go on a honeymoon, did you? What a huge difference. Never thought such a disparity would show up now. The way he loves and cares for me. It's like night and day.
Well, that was then. You can take it however you like. But I can tell you this. You shouldn't be so extravagant. It might come back and bite you in the you-know-what.
Huh? Extravagant? What are you talking about? That word does not exist in George's vocabulary.
I mean, think of the debt he accumulated. The compensation to me, not to mention to your ex-husband. Not really nickels and dimes. The total amounts to over $100,000, right? And George paid this himself? He paid all that and now another $30,000 for a honeymoon and wedding in Paris? It just doesn't add up. I was aware of his financial situation. He was left broke after we divorced. You can understand my alarm.
There you go again. The green-eyed monster rears its ugly head. I thought you weren't jealous.
I'm just warning you. Seems a little self-destructive is all. Just saying.
Like I said before, George is loaded. He has no money worries. I thought you knew all about this. He was your husband after all.
No, I never knew he had so much money, to be honest.
What's $100,000, much less $30,000? That's just chump change to him. I wish you would just admit defeat and froth at the mouth with envy. That would make my day.
Okay, I tried warning you. If you're so set on having the upper hand, have it your way.
Yeah, I do have the upper hand. You giving up so easily kinda makes me feel sorry for you.
Think what you like. Like I said, I warned you out of concern, not envy. Just so you're aware. I've already cut all ties with you. I don't think of you as my family after what you pulled. So I really don't care what happens to you. Don't come crying to me later.
I'm fine with that. That means you will no longer have any feelings for my George. That's exactly what I wanted. Hey Lisa, you there? Guess where we are? Yup, that's right. We're in Paris. We just exchanged vows in a beautiful cathedral. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know you were gone. So, what do you want?
Bet you're pretty envious right about now.
No, not really. Actually, I'm feeling empathy and a touch of pity towards what's coming.
Are you still harping on about that? I told you George is swimming in cash. We have no worries ahead. Full steam ahead, I say. I'm even confident in saying we're set for life. I mean, how else could he plop $30,000 down just like that? You tell me.
Set for life? Really? Without any income? That makes no sense.
Pardon me? What do you mean, no income?
You're saying he never told you? George has been unemployed for quite some time now.
Wait, what? Unemployed?
Yeah, that's right. Jobless, out of a job, without gainful employment. Even if he did gain unemployment after divorcing me, I'm pretty sure his bank account is at zero after all the compensation he paid. There's no way he could get his hands on $30,000 just like that.
Wait, back up a bit. What's this about him being jobless? What's going on here?
Are you serious? He never told you?
What the hell are you talking about? Tell me for God's sakes.
He got fired from his job after they found out he was having an affair with you.
Pardon me? You can't be serious. You can't get fired for infidelity. That's unfair dismissal. They deserve to get sued for this.
Come on, Mary. You don't seem to understand. You said it yourself.
Me? What did I say?
George was at home doing remote work. When you guys were making love, right? Working remote means he's on company business hours. Having an affair with a married woman on company time? Sounds like a good reason for dismissal to me.
Yeah, but...
The company has ways to check whether an employee is working or not. With widespread use of remote work recently, it's kind of hard to be inactive without them knowing. And it wasn't just a one-time thing either. It evidently affected his work performance. They had all the evidence, so he got fired. I warned you about this. And I don't really think he got any kind of surveillance package or meaningful retirement bonus. But I'm really curious about that $30,000 for this honeymoon you're on. How did he manage that?
So does that mean he wasn't working at home, doing remote work all this time?
Yeah, like I said, no gainful employment. Yeah, pretty sure.
No, this is some kind of sick joke.
What I can't understand is why you even thought he was rich. He's just a normal office worker, not some elite businessman.
Huh? Just an office worker?
Of course the company he worked for was a major corporation, and his pay was a bit more than average, but basically he was just a salaried worker. So when you said he plopped down $30,000 just like that, I was like, what? No way he could afford that.
Hold on a sec. You say he's a salaried worker? I heard he was an executive, that he was making a six-figure salary.
Pardon me?
I saw his name on the company's homepage.
Oh, that? I think you mistook him for someone else.
What are you talking about mistook him for someone else?
Yeah, the vice president has the same last name as George. That's probably who you saw.
You're lying.
I mean, come on, Mary. Think about it. George isn't even 30 yet. How could he be an executive at a major corporation? It doesn't make any sense. He wasn't even a star employee or a top salesman or anything. Just your run-of-the-mill pen pusher. Didn't you even think it was odd?
This is not happening. Then why did I even steal him away from you? For what purpose? What am I going to do now? I've been totally conned. I don't want him anymore. You can have him back, Lisa.
No thanks. I better get back to work.
Wait a sec. You can't leave me hanging.
Goodbye. Have fun in Paris. I later heard that the honeymoon ended right then and there. They cut it short and came back stateside, but they weren't able to get a refund for the extravagant trip. I was later informed that George told my sister that he had gotten fired. As you can imagine, Mary and George got into a fierce argument, her accusing him of tricking her into marrying him. They eventually ended up filing for divorce. That $30,000, you ask? George borrowed that money from his sister. He convinced her that he wanted to take his new wife on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Europe. His sister apparently signed some loan application as the grantor for some disreputable moneylender without properly reading the agreement. Last I heard, he was saddled with 2 or 3 part-time jobs just to pay off his debts. I just can't understand people. Why can't they manage their money properly? Don't they see the consequences? Anyway, as long as they don't interfere with my life going forward, I'm fine with that.
Hi, Natalie. Guess where I am right now? What? Is that you, Tracy? Long time no see. It's been several years, right? Do you know where I am right now? I'm really sorry, but I don't have the time for that right now. I'll contact you again when things have settled down. You haven't been able to contact your husband Harry since last night, right? What? Do you know something about it, Tracy? If you know where he might be, then tell me. Even if it's just a tiny clue. That's why I'm asking you to guess where I am right now. Huh? Don't tell me that. Are you two together right now? Yep, we've been together since last night. I'll ask you again, all right? Do you know where I am right now? Tracy. The answer is the Love Hotel in the town next to ours. I spent the past night taking my time tasting your husband Harry. He was super delicious. Thanks for the meal. Well, it's already been 3 months since we started going out, though. Just what are you thinking? Harry is my husband, and to think that I considered you my friend ever since middle school. What? Seriously? Well, I guess we were friends. You were my best friend whose job was to make me look better. I made you look better? Is that so? Fine, I understand now. That's all I wanted from you. I'm going to be making out with Harry for a bit longer, so why don't you get the divorce papers ready while you're waiting for us? Bye then! Hi, Natalie. Thanks for divorcing Harry. But don't you think asking a friend to pay an alimony is a little mean? You could have at least made it cheap since we're friends. The alimony I made you pay was a fair amount, and I was just expressing my legal right. Alimonies aren't made cheaper for friends. And we aren't even friends anymore in the first place. Aww. Besides, you made Harry pay your portion of the alimony anyways, right? Oh, that's right! I did make him pay the alimony. He's so reliable. It must be because he has such a large salary. What? Harry has a large salary? Yes, that's the reason I stole Harry from you in the first place. I wanted his money. You got married earlier than me, even though you were always just there to make me look better. That was enough to make me mad. But to think that you married a practical celebrity like Harry? I couldn't forgive it, and that's why I stole him from you. Well, at the end of the day, the two of us were perfect for each other. So, all's well that ends well, I guess. Not to mention that he's filthy rich. This is a dream come true. Well, that's it, I guess. We're going to be turning in the marriage papers now. I'll tell you about it again once we get married. Bye now. See you later. Huh, so that's what happened. Hi, Natalie. We just turned in our marriage papers. Now I'm the celebrity wife of a rich man. Not only that, but I received a $20,000 diamond ring from Harry. What? A diamond ring? Yes, he told me he wanted to go to the park next to the city hall before turning in the marriage papers. And I was wondering what he was going to do, and we're getting married so fast and everything's super hectic, so this is my only opportunity to give you this, he said, while standing in a tree shade and swiftly pulled out a diamond ring from his pocket. He then put it on my left ring finger. Is that so? Well, I guess you must be happy. Sorry for stealing such a rich man from you. I know it was probably the best thing to happen to you in your life. I'm just glad because you seem happy. What? Ew! What's with that reaction? You're actually seething with anger and jealousy right now, aren't you? I know you still have feelings for Harry. Moving on then. I need to move my stuff to our room in the high-rise condominium since I'm going to be living with him from now on. What? A high-rise condo? Yes, you already left, right? Well, I guess so. I don't want to continue living in that room considering the future. Huh? I said me and Harry are going to be living there from now on. We're already on the first floor of the building, so bye! Natalie, answer my calls. What is the meaning of this? What? I can't get into the high-rise condo anymore. You mean you can't get past the auto lock? Yes! Harry says he doesn't know why either. Did you do something out of your jealousy for our happiness, Natalie? Huh. No, that sounds like such a hassle. Then what is the meaning of this? I just canceled my residence contract at that condo. What? Your residence contract? Huh? Don't tell me, but does Harry still think the room was his or something? What do you mean? It isn't his? Yep, I'm the owner of the room at that high-rise condo. You see, Harry thought I had bought the room instead of renting it, and said during our divorce he's going to be receiving this house as part of my division of property. The lawyer I hired explained to him multiple times that I had paid in full for the room's rent. I thought that he had finally understood, but based on what you're telling me now, it seems that wasn't the case. Seriously? Me, the owner of the room, already decided to leave the condo. So, obviously, I was going to terminate the residence contract. I'm already done with the paperwork, as you can see. No way! Oh, that reminds me. I sent Harry's stuff to his parents' house by delivery. 10 cardboard boxes are probably going to arrive by tomorrow noon, so tell him to pick it up, okay? I paid for the delivery fee as sort of a final act of kindness, so I'd be glad if he was grateful. Hey, hold on a second! You're just a regular office employee, right? Why are you paying for a room at a high-rise condo? What? Didn't I tell you already? I inherited my aunt's company 2 years ago. Huh? Wasn't your aunt the CEO of a company that rents nursing equipment? Does that mean you're now the CEO of that company? Yes, it does mean that. That being the case, I wanted to try out living in a high-rise condo and enjoy its lifestyle. I was planning on living there for a few more years, but I decided to move out since the place was going to be ruined by memories of the divorce. It's a bit earlier than I had planned, but who cares, I thought to myself. I now moved to a 1 LDK room at a regular apartment. Seriously? And to think that I would be able to live the high-rise condo life. Not to mention that you are actually now rich. That just makes me even more annoyed. This is my life now. It won't change no matter how much you complain. Well, fine. At least I have Harry, who's filthy rich on my side. All we have to do is find a room in another high-rise condo. I think that might be impossible. Why? He's rich, remember? Well, no. He's actually unemployed. What? He quit his job half a month after we got married, you see. This is part of the reason why we only got married on paper, but never actually had a wedding ceremony. After that, I found out that he was cheating on me with you, and he was forced to pay me an alimony. He probably has no money left at this point, you know? What? But he has enough money to live in a high-rise condo. Are you actually dumb or something? I already said that I was the one paying the rent for that room. Besides, didn't you ever ask Harry what kind of job he did? Don't tell me you married him without even asking him what he did for a living. But I don't care what he did as long as he made money. Wait, that reminds me. He just nonchalantly gave me a $20,000 diamond ring for our marriage. He probably has some sort of side business that he didn't tell you about. And this side business makes a lot of money. Is that diamond ring this one? What? Natalie, what's the meaning of this? Why do you have a picture of my ring? He was supposed to have bought it after you two got divorced. That's my ring, you see? What? It's a cubic zirconia ring that I bought for myself. Cubic zirconia? It's a name of a stone that looks like a diamond, but is actually relatively cheap. The price of the ring was $20, by the way. $20? What do you mean? It's true that I do have a $20,000 diamond ring in my possession, given to me by my aunt, but it's scary to have something that expensive lying around the house, so I have it stored elsewhere. Then this $20 ring is what? I found it on an online shop, and it looked like the ring that my aunt gave me, so I bought it thinking that it would be a good decoy. I couldn't find it ever since I moved, so I thought I had lost it, but I didn't notice that Harry stole it. What? What he did is probably just theft, but it's not like I want it or anything, so I'll give it to you, Tracy. What is this? Huh? The wedding ring! Harry thought it was a $20,000 diamond ring your aunt gave you, so he took it as part of his property division. He said, so I had it checked out before we got married at the jeweler to be certain, and it was actually a cubic zirconia ring, just like you said. I told you, didn't I? Oh my god, what are you going to do about this? I just married a poor, unemployed man. Why don't you divorce him if you're not happy with the marriage? You say it like it's so easy. Come to think of it, I don't even have a place to live. I already canceled the residence contract at my apartment since I was so ready to move to a high-rise condo. Oh, that reminds me. Your parents' house no longer exists since your parents got divorced, right? That's right! My. What do you mean, my? You're the one who started all this mess, Natalie. How is this my fault? How was I supposed to know that you, the wife, were the main source of income? No one would have guessed such a thing. Why didn't you tell me sooner? You mean I was supposed to tell you after you stole Harry from me? But we're friends! Even if we were friends back in school, we hadn't been in contact for several years. I never had an opportunity to tell you all about me and Harry's situation, did I? But doesn't this mean that you were screwed the moment you decided to steal Harry from me? But it looks like all you can say is but. And it's none of my business what you do now that Harry and I are divorced, so figure this out between you and Harry, alright? Natalie, wait! Bye. Natalie! Tracy and Harry were saying that they had nowhere to live now that I'd moved out of the high-rise condo. But it seems they remembered that I had told Tracy that I sent Harry's stuff to his parents' house, so that's where they went the next day. Apparently, they were planning on making it seem like the divorce was my fault, and getting the sympathy of Harry's parents and eventually convincing them of letting him and Tracy move in, but obviously I explained to them what had happened. After all, I was sending them a bunch of stuff. The two arrived at Harry's parents' house not knowing that they already knew what had happened and started spewing their lives, which made Harry's parents even more furious. Harry's father, absolutely enraged, arranged and put into motion an improvised plan. I handed over the two of them to my friend who's a fisher. So they won't be coming to land for a while, I think, he said. I imagine they were sent out on a deep-sea fishing boat, but I didn't think any further.